once I got sober, I just couldn't keep up the act. I couldn't keep up the act. In the 50s and the 60s, everybody was trying to present this perfect image, right? Like my parents would be having an argument and then the party would start and they'd open the doors. Hi, how are you? Everything's wonderful. It was all about projecting an image of perfection, right? And the perfect family photo and everything looks good on the outside. And, what I'm starting to realize is the harder you work at trying to make everything look good on the outside, it's kind of a sign that you're trying to protect something that ain't going so great on the inside. We all have warts. And I think that the healthy part of society is that now people are just kind of letting it all hang out, and it's healthy.
Welcome to Plant the Change. I'm Michelle Fosnot, founder of Solid Rock, Florida, an innovative nonprofit that includes Solid Rock Community School, providing K-12 education, and the Sanctuary at Solid Rock, offering lifelong care for animals in need. We're a forward-thinking, eco-advanced organization dedicated to compassionate, humane education. Welcome back, Jane.
Thank you, Michelle.
I'm going to read the intro from your book, if that's okay.
Sure.
This is the story of my changes, which took me from insanity to clarity, from egocentricity to altruism, from alcoholism to activism. These changes have marked an evolution in what I want from this life. I am what I want. What I seek to consume, possess, and achieve is a mirror that reflects my lusts and cravings, values and priorities, and moral boundaries or lack thereof. I am happy to say that what I want today is much less toxic and self-centered than what I used to want. I've taken decades of self-examination to peel back the layers and figure out what really makes me happy. And while I'm still searching for my ultimate bliss, I know for sure it's not what I thought it once was. It's not alcohol, cigarettes, money, food, sugar, or status. I've consumed all of those things in massive quantities, and they've just made me miserable. Now I want what can't be tasted, smoked, worn, seen, or counted. It's the opposite of material. As sappy as that might sound, what I want is spiritual. That actually makes me shiver. I love it. I love it. It's just a very powerful testament to the courage it takes to turn inward and confront parts of ourselves. It's very beautiful. I love what you wrote there.
Thank you.
The path you've taken is not easy, and you've been really transparent with it, but it's one that reflects profound strength and commitment. Your journey reminds everyone of the power of self-reflection and the joy that comes from living a life aligned with our highest values. Doing something different is really risky, and exposing your struggles is scary. But by sharing your story, you encourage others to seek their own paths to clarity, purpose, and peace. And I personally want to thank you for that. As I mentioned, you are a role model of mine, and you have no idea how many times I've said to myself, what would Jane do?
Oh,
I say it. I say it. What would Jane do? And wait, and I laugh when I say it sometimes because sometimes I know what you would do, and I'm really scared to do that. So,
I have to say a couple of things. One, I'm no saint. I do stupid things all the time. Things that I say,
yes,
why did I do that? Why did I do that? And so life is a journey, but certainly it's progress, not perfection. And I should have titled the book A More Honest Life, because nobody's 100% honest, nor am I. So it really, I have to say that to me, the real heroes in our movement are the undercover investigators who risk their lives to go undercover at factory farms and slaughterhouses and into laboratories where literally in some of these situations, they are risking their lives. If they're discovered with their hidden cameras, they could be killed. And they have to document, so they can't even rescue the animals. They have to document so that the...
I couldn't do it.
Those are the heroes.
I couldn't do it.
I have not gotten arrested. I have not done an undercover investigation. So thank you for your kind words, but there are far greater heroes than myself in this movement.
There's many, but you are definitely one, for
well,
sure.
Thank you.
Hello, friends. You can help make a difference by liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing the Plant the Change podcast. And you can visit us at solidrockflorida.org to learn more about Solid Rock Community School and the sanctuary at Solid Rock. Your support makes a real impact and helps plant the change. You can also become a sanctuary subscriber on any of our social platforms. Your monthly support helps provide food, enrichment, medical care, and the daily comfort our animals depend on. For only $4.99 a month, you'll receive exclusive private posts, behind-the-scenes videos, and eligibility for fun supporter giveaways. It's a small monthly gift that makes a huge difference in the animals' lives. Please subscribe today. Tell us what inspired you to write the memoir, and what message do you hope that you would convey to the readers?
Well, talk about being honest. I had wanted to write another book called Addict Nation, which I ended up writing after, and the publisher came back and said, actually, no, we want a memoir. So nobody wakes up, I don't think, it says, hey, I want to reveal all my ugly secrets to the world. And what I quickly learned is that I didn't have to do some like, can you top this memoir? Because addiction memoirs are a dime a dozen at this point, and many of them have far more harrowing stories than mine. I was a garden variety alky, lush type person. There was not the kind of drama associated with that. Thank God, right? I mean, you don't want to win in that contest. So there are far more extreme addiction recovery memoirs out there. But once I got started, it was like, well, this is what happened to me. I got sober, I came out as gay, and I went vegan. And those are my three miracles, because that is who I am. I'm able to be more comfortable in my skin. When you come out, it's not so much about sex, it's about identity and feeling comfortable in your own skin and just being who you are, and and believe you me, I gave heterosexuality the old college try. I was married, I had many boyfriends. The point is that I tried to fit into that mold very, very strenuously. And, it just, once I got sober, I just couldn't keep up the act. I couldn't keep up the act. And so I think that for everybody out there look, in the 50s and the 60s, everybody was trying to present this perfect image, right? Like, my parents would be having an argument, and then the party would start, and they'd open the doors. Hi, how are you? Everything's wonderful. It was all about projecting an image of perfection, right? And the perfect family photo, and everything looks good on the outside. And, what I'm starting to realize is the harder you work at trying to make everything look good on the outside, it's kind of a sign that you're trying to protect something that ain't going so great on the inside. We all have warts. And I think that the healthy part of society is that now people are just kind of letting it all hang out, and it's healthy. Look at the Me Too movement. The Me Too movement, women who were groped and assaulted would often keep that secret to their grave, and they would walk around with it feeling ashamed, and something happened, and now women are talking about it. I don't know if you've heard about this case in France that is just mind-blowing in its horror, but there's a woman who, was purportedly raped numerous times by her husband and her husband's friends, and instead of hiding, which would be the normal or the previous reaction prior to this societal revolution, she's out there and saying, play these tapes. I want everybody to see it, and blah, blah, blah. It's a total game changer.
Oh,
and
wow.
The same thing could be said for people's sexual orientations. There's always been gay people, but they've generally hidden and kept it quiet. And, it's funny because we're here to talk about veganism and animal rights, but we were just talking about closet vegans. Yesterday, I was just at the VCOP conference in Arizona, which is a convergence run by Dr. Silas Rao, who is a systems analyst and engineer, trying to construct a vegan world. And we also did a documentary on him called Countdown to Year Zero, which is streaming on Unchained TV. I urge everybody to watch it. The man's brilliant. And, he said that closet vegans are a sign that there is a bubbling up of veganism in our society. And people are kind of afraid because everybody wants to fit in. And when they go to the office party and when they are at the Thanksgiving and all of that, it's their pressure. So they're closet vegans and they're all over the place. But they're going to come out of the closet. Okay. And then we're going to have a vegan world. So there's a lot of different ways to come out of the closet.
So now you've been like really open about your personal struggles. You've been open on the media. You've been open in your memoir. So how has that helped you connect with your audience or with new audiences?
Well,
did it help? Did it hurt? Like, what's your opinion on that?
A lot of people come up to me. I mean, I had a country singer who was pretty prominent who came up to me and said, you really helped me because I'm gay. And it was just not possible. I was like a feminine ideal and a sex symbol for men, and I didn't know what to do. And I read your memoir. So, I think I've helped people because there's a lot of people who are dealing with this, and they come from all walks of life. So it's not just people in Venice, California, and Brooklyn who wake up, who are gay. They're all over the place. And just like vegans are all over the place, so somebody might have a spiritual awakening. Oh my gosh, just yesterday, I spent the day with Renee King Sonnen, a Texas cattle rancher's wife who went vegan and who turned her husband's calf cow operation into a vegan farmed animal sanctuary in Texas. You want to talk about coming out of the closet. And she even said that. She said she was grappling. She goes, nobody goes vegan in my part of Texas. And she's there surrounded by cattle ranchers, and her husband's a multi-generation cattle rancher. But she had a spiritual awakening and she went vegan and she confronted everybody. She turned her husband vegan. She turned her husband's calf cow operation into a vegan sanctuary. She's incredible. Absolutely incredible and so funny. And we had such a great time. What a wonderful person. And talk about courage. That's courage. Okay.
That's amazing. And yay for her for what she did, because she's influencing so many. And so each one of us, when we're out there doing something to create change, every person has an influence. So that's awesome. She definitely did something amazing there. And I hope so many other people listen and follow her. Is there somewhere people can maybe read about her or get more information?
She's writing a book, and I helped her with it. And it should be published soon. It's called Secret Diary of a Cattle Rancher's Wife. And it's a humdinger, I got to tell you.
Great. We'll all be on the lookout for that.
And her sanctuary is called the Rowdy Girl Sanctuary.
Oh, I know Rowdy Girl. Okay. All right.
And,
awesome.
And
yes.
On Unchained TV, she has an entire channel because we're a network, but we create channels within the network, okay, video on demand. And so Rowdy Girl Sanctuary has an entire channel on Unchained TV. You can hear her story. And we actually wrote a song together called Texas is Going Vegan Right Now. Please don't have a cow, which is on there. It's a lot of fun.
So now when you look back on your career, like, would there be any advice that you'd give to your younger self? Like when you're talking about beginning your career in journalism or any of the choices that you've made, like, is there anything? I mean, I think most of us have things we would look back on and go, oh.
Yeah, I just wish I got, sober earlier and came out earlier and went vegan earlier. And, I would say overall in the career, I would see people fail upward all the time because they would just kind of glide into work and they kind of did their thing. And it was like stealth. And I'm like, I'm working so hard and that person's getting, not that I didn't get ahead, I did get promoted, but I think sometimes one can make things harder on oneself and sometimes one can make things easier. I would say that, there's a lot of things that I've learned, but we have all day, baby, for that one. That's a book in itself.
Yeah. Anything that stands out?
Well, I will say this is it's very important to win the room whatever room you're in. And a lot of times I was very focused on my work and my story and getting things done. And, I'm a tough New Yorker, but talk about people who fail upward. They work the room. And I could have worked the room a little bit more. There you go.
All right. Well, we are going to end with the memoir because Jane is ready to move on. So everybody, look out for part 3. The Plant the Change podcast explores how education drives societal transformation, nurturing compassionate and responsible citizens, and plants the seeds of change for a better tomorrow. At Solid Rock, Florida, we're a nonprofit committed to compassionate, humane education, an approach that blends academic excellence, ethical responsibility, and emotional growth. We're doing something unique, and we need your support to expand our impact and strengthen our efforts to create lasting change. Visit solidrockflorida.org and click the donate button at the top of the page to see our current initiatives. You choose where your contribution goes, and every tax-deductible donation, no matter the amount, is greatly appreciated. Show your support and stay updated on future episodes and initiatives by following Plant the Change on YouTube and Solid Rock on Facebook and Instagram, at Solid Rock Community School and